Y'all, my tits are so freaking cute. So cute.
0, 1. Let's get started.
Hey guys, it's Octavia J. Welcome back to my channel. And this is not going to be the normal vlog. This is going to be more so like a documentary. You guys can probably hear ambulances in the background because I am at the University of Chicago. Okay, it seems like every time I want to start recording, there's something going on with my phone. But anyway, I for myself wanted to document the process. It's not a journey, it's more so a process, because a lot of women go through it. I haven't had anything invasive done to me since a cesarean section and getting my tubes tied. So no one has had to do anything to my body, but I have reached a point in my life where I can just no longer handle having very large breasts. And so I'm here to get a consultation. You know, I've done all the things. I am comfortable with the surgeon that I am going to see. And I am also comfortable with this hospital as well. So yeah, I'm just here starting this video off documenting the process, because yeah, I am getting ready to get a breast reduction. I have a very small frame for the most part, and I've always had big breasts for my size. And was it maybe 2021 when I had to go to the hospital, this hospital as a matter of fact, the emergency room, to get I think 3 bags because I had to get a blood infusion. My menstrual, for whatever reason, just went out of whack, and my hemoglobin had dropped to about a 4. So for a while, I was literally the walking dead until, you know, I called my doctor. And, you know, during that time, it was, you know, slightly post-pandemic. And so, you know, we're calling and we're having I don't want to say phone screenings, but, you know, you're consulting with your doctor over the phone as opposed to going into the office. And so, you know, she ordered me a lab and whatnot, and that's how I found out, you know, my hemoglobin was really, really low, and I had to get a blood infusion. And so in order to keep my menstrual under control, I had the option to get on birth control. In my younger years, I was on birth control way down in my younger years, and the only birth control that I didn't have an issue with, because I could never stay on a pill because I would forget to take it. And the only other birth control that I was on back in the day was the NuvaRing, which I had no issues with. A little bit down the line, I got on a different birth control, which was the Mirena, which was the IUD. And because of the way that my uterus is shaped, that did not work out. It also caused me to have cystic acne on my face. So that birth control just did not react to my body at all, and I got that taken out. So for my issue, the only other birth control I could take was the Depo. And the Depo blew me up really, really bad, real bad, okay? And so I already have like loose skin, you know, I don't have like a snapback body. I always had like a little fupa from the cesarean section, but you know, like I was still, you know, somewhere around an 8 to a size 10. So I started taking the depot, and I was just blowing up, and just blowing up. It seemed like every time I got shot up, I blew up even more. So with all of that said, all of this in the front of me that was already loose and big just got bigger and looser. And after a while, I had stopped taking it because I had blew up to about a size 14. So since being off of it, I've gotten down to about in between like a size 10, 12. But now I have an apron belly, and my breasts are even bigger than they already were, and those have not gone down at all. And so where I was like a double D, triple D, I'm like probably EFG. Okay, I don't know what the letters are now, but I don't want to be a part of that gang anymore. I'm over it. So yeah, I'm here, and I'm just hoping that all goes well. It took me a while to get this appointment, but I think it was only because I was asking for a specific day in the week, because I'm off in the middle of the week and I just like to handle all of my business on my off days. So I think that's why it took me so long to get this appointment, because I think I made it in October, maybe late October. And today is, what's today's date? December 4th or 5th, one of the two. It's Wednesday. So yeah, hopefully the actual date that I get to go in and do the actual surgery is not too far down the line. And so it is 2:26. My appointment is at 2:45. I'm real mad at myself because I didn't stop at Starbucks like I wanted to, and I'm thirsty. But that's okay. That's okay. Maybe we'll get a refresher or something on the way home, because I really want to try their cranberry refresher. And so yeah, that is pretty much it. That is pretty much it. I just wanted to come in and start off the video, let y'all know what was going on. Yes, I have not been anywhere to get measured, but I'm pretty big. I'm pretty big. I think when I stopped the depot, I did go down in size and bandwidth, because I went from a 36 to a 38, but I'm back down to a 36. But that cup size, that cup size, baby, say you got me for life, okay? And don't. How Lotto say, and don't, because I can't anymore. I can't anymore. I don't even like to look at myself in the mirror anymore. And it's not a thing of self-esteem. I've had big breasts all of my life, you know. It's a lot of things wrapped up in one, and I can't, I'm literally getting emotional. I'm getting real emotional right now. And that for me is a telltale sign that I'm doing the right thing and that I need this done for me. Because to get emotional and want to cry about talking about having, you know, big breasts, and I'm in my 40s, I'm in my mid 40s. I mean, if it's God's will, I have a long time to go, but I'm just over it. That's gonna be it. I am just over it, and I can't do it anymore. So I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. We're getting ready to go, and I found a good park over here because it's crazy over here. But yeah, we're getting ready to go in, and let's see what happens. Man, listen, I'm trying to figure out, why am I such a hot ass mess? I don't understand why am I such a hot ass mess? I came all the way all the way on another side of town for a doctor's appointment that I don't have until tomorrow. I need to get my life real bad, real bad. I done squeezed up in this itty bitty ass park and whatnot. Man, a mess. All this time, I could have been all up in Hobby Lobby. You know what I'm saying? Just doing my little thug thizzle. I done tried to put on clothes, put on makeup, all this whole type of stuff, trying to make sure I'm not outside the house looking crazy, looking like we in the middle of a pandemic and whatnot still. And I get all the way out here, and my appointment is tomorrow. I think I was just so stuck on the fact that I always make my appointments on my day off. So I'm just gonna go to work early tomorrow. Then I'm gonna have to see if my guy can pick our son up, because I need to find a Starbucks. I'm trying to figure out where's the Starbucks around here, because I'm thirsty and I need something ASAP. I need to see if he can pick him up tomorrow, or am I gonna have to get him early from school and bring him with me. I don't know. Cause I'm just gonna have to go into work early. I'm gonna go early, and oh gosh, yeah, I'm gonna go to work early, and then because I'm gonna have to leave, and then just kind of come back and figure out the rest of the day, just so you know my hours are covered. But I'm a mess. I don't know why I keep doing that. Like, I keep getting my appointments mixed up. And literally, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking, ooh, let me go down this way. Because even if I have to get out the car, there's a Starbucks down here. I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't know why. This is wild to me. This is wild to me that I keep doing this. All right, y'all. So I look a little different than I do from yesterday, right? No makeup, no nothing. But I'm a nutcase. What can I say? I'm a straight nutcase. I thought my appointment was yesterday on my day off. It's today. Today is Thursday, December the 5th. So this is the actual day of my appointment. As you can see, I'm here at the doctor's office and I'm in my gown. So I'm waiting on the nurse and the doctor to come in so they can examine me. And I believe it was the nurse who called me yesterday to get my height and my weight, because BMI plays a part in how the doctor is going to, you know, make its decision, because the higher the BMI, from what I understand, like the recovery, it has something to do with like the recovery. And so even though I am overweight, my BMI still fell under the percentage, so I was good to go on that part. And so I just got my vitals taken and a few questions asked, and yeah, I'm just here right now waiting on the doctor and the nurse to come in and check out your girl. And yeah, I will come back with what happens after that, because that's just pretty much it right now. So, no need to ramble or, any of that. I'm not nervous. I'm actually really excited, because hopefully this is the day that a decision is going to be made on whether I am going to have to, it's, how can I say, it's really not, let me just come back to y'all, because I got a lot going on in my head right now, and I'm kind of So I just want to give you guys a real quick update. I'll see you guys. Hey y'all. Let me see, can I set y'all up somewhere real quick so I can talk to y'all real quick? Hold on. Okay, so it's been a minute, a long minute, because I think the last time I talked to you guys was when I was going through my consultation, and I don't think I've talked to you guys since. So let's catch up, because of course, like I said, I'm taking you guys on this journey with me. It's for me to document as well, you know, for myself. But where can I start? Okay, I've had the consultation, right? It's been approved by my insurance, because I wanted to go through my insurance, you know, because it has been deemed medically necessary, which I am very happy about, so I can keep my money in my pocket. And so yes, insurance has approved it. The date has been set. It is on May 20th, which is 13 days from now, because the date is the 7th. Yeah. So I just pulled up to my PCP. I am getting ready to do like pre-op labs and stuff. So that's pretty much it for right now. I'm just here getting ready to get, you know, like my blood drawn, so they can do CBC, CMP, the PTT, things of that nature, because they need to make sure that your clotting time is where it should be, you know, your blood count, and, you know, all of those good things that we need to know, because even though we may feel well, the labs are really going to tell you. And just in case there's any precautions or anything that I need to do for myself, although we are like literally a week away, I don't think that would be hard to rectify. So yeah, I'm gonna do a haul with you guys. There's some things that I need to purchase. I have my compression socks. I don't know if I'm really gonna need compression socks, but just for precaution, just because that's the type of person I am. I already have those. There's a pillow that I want, because I'm a stomach and side sleeper, and once I have this surgery, I'm not going to be able to sleep on my side or my stomach for a while. So there's a pillow that I need to buy for support. There's like some scar strips that I need to purchase. I have some bio oil, so I'm not going to repurchase that. And whatever else, you know, I've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of research, and whatever else I feel like I may need, apart from, of course, what my doctor says I need. And yeah, that is pretty much it for today, you guys. I just wanted to update you guys on that, and nothing else is pretty much going on. So yeah, I'll take you guys inside, and I'll see you later. Okay. I know it was a couple things that I wanted to say, but I'm glad I was able to come in and do my labs, because I forgot that my PCP sometime last year had ordered me some iron. So I just grabbed another refill before I bought some more, and it's only a 15-day supply, so it's like a week's worth, but just enough for me to start today up until, because I don't know, I just feel like my iron is low. So it says, oh, I was wondering how come it said quantity 15, day supply 30. Because it says take 1 tablet by mouth every other day. Oh. Okay. Okay. But anywho, y'all, when I say I'm so nervous, just because, like, who just goes and gets surgeries, right? You know, like, I've been put under anesthesia before, but you know, like, I haven't had anything done to my body in years. Like, I have not had anything traumatic happen to my body. Surgery is traumatic to the body. But the stories that I hear about women who get a breast reduction, how happy they are, I know I am going to be more than ecstatic for the results. And I was talking to my primary care physician, and she was just saying how, you know, oh, you're in good hands, you know, you're with a real good doctor, because, you know, my clinic in the hospital is affiliated, and I'm going to the University of Chicago. Yeah, and so I'm just excited on what the results are going to be. I don't know how much input I can give on how much they take off, because this is not cosmetic for me, right? This is medical. And so this is something that has to be discussed again about how much they're going to take off. And I feel like, I shouldn't say this, but I feel like if not enough is taken off, will I be like, well, don't worry about it? Because if I'm still going to be big as fuck and just not happy, why go through it? You know what I'm saying? Because one of the things that he said is that when, you know, they present the case to the insurance, they will ask them to take off more than needs to be, right? He says, I want to take off the amount that's going to be appropriate for you. And, you know, for me, I'm hoping that's no bigger than a C, because even a D is big. But when my daughter was here, when she came home for her birthday, one of the things we had caught up to do was, you know, to go shopping or whatever. And so we went into Victoria's Secret, because I haven't been measured in so long. And so at the time I was wearing a minimizer bra, and for the longest I've been wearing a 38 triple D ever since I've been on the depot. When I got bigger, I had to go from a 36 double D to a 38 triple D. And I have since lost weight, of course, since coming off the depot, and I'm back down to a 36 from the measurements. But all bras, no matter if they are the same size, are not created equal, right? And so this 38 triple D that I'm wearing, I like how it feels, that 38 band feels, but it is on the very last one. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I had on a minimizer bra that day, and she measured a G, and I'm like, am I even really a G? Like, for real, for real. That is big. That is huge. It's huge. And when I just look at myself in pictures, like, I barely have a torso because my breast is covering it all up. So, you know, I'm nervous because of the procedure and what I have to go through. But I know I'll be happy with the results. And this is just for anyone who's going through it and want to go through it. I think the results is, of course, going to outweigh, you know, your fear of what you want to do, because now that it's getting closer, it's getting real. And yeah, I'm very, very, very nervous. But I know God got me, and at the end of the day, I'm going to be happy with what is happening. I just can't wait to that day where we discuss and he starts doing the marking and how much he's going to take off, because baby, it's still big back season for me. So I know I'm gonna have to get that back together, but one thing at a time. And so yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for today. I'll see you guys at the next check-in. All right, you guys, happy Wednesday. Today is May 14th. I'm using my microphone because y'all know I'm a city girl. So my balcony door is open. It's very loud outside. So I don't want any distraction in the background for you guys. And yeah, so we are less than 1 week away from my breast reduction surgery. And I just want to bring you guys a really quick haul. I don't have everything that I think I may need. Those things we can get those later. One being the like Scarway. Take the adhesive that you would use after you are completely healed to help with the scarring. That can easily come from Amazon and be here in a matter of a day or two. So I'm not rushing to have that. But some of the things that I did grab, let's see. From DSW, I did grab this Dr. Motion. It is an everyday compression knee-high sock, which I thought was super cute. I'm surprised I didn't get the black version. I don't know, maybe because I was thinking spring, but usually knowing me, I love black. And so these were only $10, but they always have some type of promo. The only thing about these is that they wouldn't allow them to be shipped. They were pick up in store only. And so I'm going to leave this stuff linked because you just never know who your audience is. Someone could be watching videos because they're going through the process and, are looking for some pointers and things of that nature. And so I will have everything linked. This is also very good for work, mount activities, and travel, which is really, really great. I don't know how many days I'm going to be immobile, so I figured these would be a great addition to have while I'm kind of in bed for the next couple days. And so, yeah, grab these. Because I am a stomach and side sleeper, I know I won't be able to sleep in those positions for a while. I don't know how long, but from Target, I did grab this back support pillow. I just grabbed one of these. It's from the Room Essentials brand. So they have these out, like for the college kids and stuff like that. You can expect something like this to probably go on sale close to, when during like the back to school time or whenever they have like anything home and bath and stuff like that on sale. But I think it was only like $16. Not too bad. I needed it. And so hopefully that is enough support for me while I'm sitting and trying to sleep on my back and in an upward position due to the surgery. And so they do have the black one. I saw gray and I saw ivory. Also, I bought 2 different types of soaps. So of course you have to wash your body with an antiseptic and things of that nature before you go into a surgery. So I bought the brand, I think it's pronounced Hibiclens. It would be this here. So it has an antiseptic cleaning agent in it that's really good for making sure your body has no bacteria and things of that nature on it. It's an antiseptic, and so it's pretty pricey, but for me, it wasn't so pricey that I wouldn't purchase it when it has to do with my well-being, right? So I might be using this for 2 or 3 days prior to my surgery, not just the day before, the night before, but maybe 2 to 3 days before, just to make sure like all of the oils and things of that nature is off of my skin, because I am a body butter kind of girl and I stay lathered up and all of that. And so, yeah, of course, I'll be, washing the sheets and all of that. I'll be washing the sheets and all of that the night before as well. And so this was $11.99 at Target. Of course, I saw it at Amazon. I saw it at CVS, Walgreens. So it is very accessible if this is something that you choose to purchase, you can always go like the route of a dial soap, anything antibacterial, but this one is an antiseptic. So that's how come I purchased this one. And then to continue on, I purchased the antibacterial version of the Dove. This one became very popular and came out back during the pandemic. And so this one is a little bit more moisturizing than that one, of course. And so once I am done using that one, because I might use it maybe 1 or 2 times after, the surgery, but going forward after that, I'll be using the antibacterial from Dove. And so that is the handful of things that I purchased for the surgery that I feel like is a necessity. The only other thing I said, like I said, was the Scarway and a bra. I haven't gone through my arsenal of sports bras, but I don't believe I have any more that has that front closure. But I want to speak to my doctor again about the bra situation, and so I'm okay with not having that with me right now because we can always, you know, order whatever I need. And so that is it for the haul. I don't know how much I have talked to you guys about, the process and why I was getting the procedure and things of that nature. I know I was talking to you guys back during the consultation and things of that nature, but that was like in December and we are in May. So I did get it approved by my insurance. I went through my insurance because I wanted this to be a medically necessary procedure, right? For more than one reason. And the number one reason is so I wouldn't have to come out of my pocket. But there can be pros and cons to that, right? Because when you go for any type of breast augmentation or whatever and it's cosmetic, you get to say, this is what I want, right? When you go in with your insurance and it's medically necessary, they almost tell you this is what you have to get. So during the consultation, I can't remember the numbers, but he was saying the numbers, right? Of maybe like the cc's that they will have to take out. He did say that my left breast is larger than my right. So, of course, a little bit more has to come out of the left than the right. He did ask me what size would I like to be, and I probably spoke too soon. But at the same time, realistically, I would not know what that looks like on me because I've always had big breasts. And as far as my memory will allow me to retain, I've always been a double D. I've always been a double D. I cannot remember ever being a ABC or a D, right? But when he asked me what size would I like to be, I said, because I've had, big breasts all my life, I said a D would be, comfortable. And I'm not sure if that is going to be small enough for my liking. Just realistically, I just don't know because I've been so big, I wouldn't even know what that looks like. I wouldn't even remember what a D looked like on me. And for the most part, prior to me taking that depot, I've almost been about the same size. Like I don't have weight issues. My weight never, fluctuated. Anytime I had children, my weight always went back down. Sometimes I ended up smaller after having my kids. It's just, with my first born, I had a C-section. And so, that fupa never went away. And because I was so young and I just didn't get the right direction, I didn't keep my belly compressed and, all of those things that I would have done as an, older adult that was aware. So that the fupa has always been there, but not so pronounced like it is now. When my daughter was here back in April, we went to, well, we was just at the mall, doing our thing or whatever. And so she wanted to go inside Victoria's Secret. And I was like, good, because you know what? I want to go get measured because I haven't gotten measured in so long. I just knew that after I took that depot, the double D's that I had, they were too small. I was busting out of them. So I knew I had to go up a size. And I didn't get size. I just took it upon myself to say, okay, well, I'm a size bigger, right? And so I've been wearing a 38 triple D. And when I got measured at that time, I had on a minimizer bra. So she measured me at a 36G. The 36 is about right because I can tell the difference since I've been off the depot. Of course, I've lost some weight, but it has not taken me back. I have not gone back down to my original size pre-depot. Okay. So before my depot, I was like an 8'10" because I just remember still having jeans from Express that I just not too long got rid of. And some of those were a size 8. Right. And so I'm still fitting in mediums, but we're in a different space and time, right? Where clothes are in this oversized state. So I don't know if I'm really like still truly a medium large, a true large. It depends on where I shop. I know I can either get a medium or large. It just depends. But on the depot, I went up to about a 12, like a true 12 on the bloated side of a true 12. And now that I've been off for like maybe 2.5, maybe 3 years or so, 2 to 3 years, although I've lost some inches, I'm like an 11-ish, right? Not quite a 12. You know what I'm saying? And still fitting in mediums fine. But the protruding of the belly, it's still there. My belly is not bloated, but that apron belly that I now have because of the hormones and probably being perimenopausal and all of that is in full effect. And so the depot took my already nice size breasts overboard. And that has not gone down at all. Like the cup size has not gone down whatsoever, only the bandwidth. Hence why I'm getting the breast reduction and I wanted to go through my insurance with it. And so one of the things that my surgeon said was that it's sometimes a struggle, right? There's a back and forth with him and the insurance because the insurance will want to take off more than, I don't want to say more than that's what's necessary, because they're going by, the symptoms and everything that you say. They're going by what's going on with you. Of course, your BMI and everything and the size that he's measured to say this is what you need to take off. But he says, I want to leave all of my patients proportionate. And I can appreciate that. I just don't know what is proportionate for me at this time. And that's how come I say, should I have said a D? Because is that still too big or what? But I feel like a D would be, a happy medium, right? It's not too big and it's not too small. I just don't want to have 2 and 3 Ds, and I don't want to be so big that now we're halfway down the alphabet. Please. I'm not that big. And I'm only 5'1". You know what I'm saying? So to be 5'1", a size 12, a G cup, you know what I'm saying? Like when we just took our son to the doctor, I think last week or so, and I got on the scale, I was like 160 something, which is really good because when I was on the depot, I was in the 70s. I was like 170 odd pounds. And so I'm at 100 and about 65, 66, I believe. I think maybe 167, no telling, you know what I'm saying? But I can stand to lose a good, closer up to, 10 pounds. And we'll see how much weight comes off with just the breast. I know it won't be significant, but I can probably bet your bottom dollar is going to be a pound or two. So yeah, that is going to be a discussion that I'm going to have with him, of course, on the day of the surgery about, what size can I expect to be once he takes off what he is allowed to take off. And hopefully that is something that I want to hear, because in no way, shape, or form, well, I can already say, just from the consultation, I know a lot is going to come off. That's already a given. I already know. I can tell from the way he was, you know, going through and marking and where his hands were. I'm going to lose probably, if not half, more than half, which will probably land me somewhere around, a teetering on a C to a D, which I would be okay with, because if this is going to land me anywhere where I'm still going to be a D going on, like, no, we're not doing any more. If it's more than one D, don't worry about it. Why even go through all this? I can stay as big as I am with my breasts, even in a bra, sitting in the middle of my torso. And I have a short torso. And so you really don't even get a stomach. You just get chest and you get the little hip that I got. So, yeah, I think that is pretty much it for today. I think that is all that I have to catch you guys up on. I mean, I used to get shot up in my ass, with the depot. It didn't do anything for the hips and butt, did nothing. It just everything in the front, just, and so, um, yeah, that is pretty much going to be it for today. I just wanted to catch you guys up because I didn't know if I talked about anything that I talked about today when it comes to sizing. I know that I'm going to have bulbs, drains. So I know, as far as materials and things that we're going to need at home, I'm probably going to need gauzes and like tape to keep the bulb secure. And then I have like that wooden bamboo bench, shower bench, and so I'll be utilizing that a lot for my showers, after the surgery and things of that nature. So for the most part, I think I'm pretty good on everything that I have. Too bad this video is not coming out, because although it might be informative and helpful for someone else, I would appreciate the feedback pre-op as well, for someone who might be watching who has been through it, and could give some pointers on the things that they purchased, things that they did, to get through it. So because it's coming out afterwards, hopefully this is informative and a little helpful for someone who may be thinking about going through it, who is scheduled to go through it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I think the next time I'll see you guys is on surgery day. Hey y'all, happy Saturday. It is May 17th, so we have 1, 2, 3 more days until surgery day. So per the literature that I was given as to how I need to come prepared for surgery, I'm on my way to the nail salon. My pedicure is already well overdue, so I'm not mad at that at all. So I am going to get a pedicure, and because the literature that I read instructed me to not have on nail polish, I'm going to get the gel, or my dip powder, taken off. So I haven't seen my nails without anything on it since the pandemic. I go to the nail salon religiously, like every 3 weeks or so, to get my nails done. And so they're not too bad. I thought I was gonna wait until, sometime after post-surgery when I felt better. But I think this was a really good time to just go ahead and take them off and get them cut down and manicured. So by the time, I can actually get up and go again, they won't be lifted and I won't have any problems with it. And so I just felt like bringing this clip on just to talk to you guys about that, because I know with surgeries, you have to go in, present it in a certain kind of way. I'm going to have to take off all of my jewelry, so my nose ring, That's gonna have to, of course, come out. All of my earrings are gonna have to come out. I did shave under my arms last night. They say that, you know, not to shave anywhere near where your surgery site is gonna be for at least 48 hours. I may go up under there and try to shave up under these arms tonight, because that would be 48 hours, because when I shave, child, you blink, the hair is right back. I should have gotten it waxed, if anything, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna worry about it. And so, yeah, here's my OOTD for today. I'm just going to the nail salon to do what I need to do and go and grab some groceries because it's time to re-up. And then I don't know if you guys can tell, but child, it's time for a pedicure for sure. And yeah, here is OOTD. These are pants that I thrifted. They're super high-waisted. Look at that. Ugh. Love, love, love. Super high-waisted. And I'm just letting my hair just do what it needs to do what it wants to do. I love this freedom that I have with my hair, that I can just, you know, when I get in the shower, that steam gets to it, and it, you know, it's all juicy and curly for the most part. It has not completely locked yet, but yeah, I'm just letting my hair do what it needs to do. And this is just me checking in, and I just think any little tip is important so that when I get to my appointment, they're not telling me, oh, because you have this going on, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, we're gonna have to push back your surgery. You talk about devastation, baby, I would be devastated. So we're going by the book, crossing all of our T's, dotting all of our I's. Early in the morning. It's 5:08. I have to be there at 5:30, but we're almost there. So I just wanted to check in. It's pretty dark, so I don't know if you guys can see me. I took out all of my earrings and stuff, all of my piercings. I still have to take the one out for my nose. But I just have like a turban on. It's chilly. It's raining. Like as far as my top, I just have on like a button-up jacket, joggers, and some Birkenstocks just to be like super comfortable. So yeah, morning check-in. I'll see you guys. Hey guys, it has been about 48 hours since my surgery. Today is Thursday, the 23rd, because my surgery was on Tuesday, the 21st. My throat is still just a little scratchy. Well, not scratchy, but I don't know. With the weather and me having like a tube down my throat and all of that, it's just a lot of extra, you know, throat clearing and whatnot. But I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not in any pain. If anything, I'm just dealing with a lot of discomfort. They prescribed me like Norco. I had that like right when I got home, and baby, the way that thing had me all types of loopy, it's not for me. So the next time I took some pain medication, I took ibuprofen, and then my guy got me some Tylenol. So I've been taking Tylenol, but I just ate. So I took ibuprofen again because that is at 800 milligram, and I'm not in any pain. Like I said, it's just a lot of discomfort around where the biggest incisions are. I just had my first shower, although I believe I was supposed to shower yesterday, but and then we had to wait on my bras and my extra bras and stuff to come. And so I just have on these sports bras from Fruit of the Loom. I ordered them from Amazon, and they don't really have a cup size. I guess they will stretch to the cup size that you need, but I just got it by my bandwidth, which is a 36, and I did have to kind of pull it just a little, because I almost thought that they were too small, but I need that compression anyway. And then I have more pads and stuff, but y'all, my tits are so freaking cute. So cute. Absolutely love them. Of course, they are still swollen, and so, it'll be a while before, we get the true size and the true look of them. But from what I see right now, like, they're good. They're good. And so as far as like my experience, I had my procedure done at the University of Chicago, which is one of Chicago's top hospitals. I had a really good surgeon. I mean, everyone that I encountered had nothing but good things to say about his work. I was asking my guy, like, is he coming off like, there's some like arrogance? And he was like, no, he didn't think it was arrogance. It was more like, confidence. Because, like when you're asking questions, you're going to be questionable. You're going through surgery. You know what I'm saying? If this is something new to you, this is a new surgeon, regardless of what you've read and what you've heard, you're going to have questions. And I felt like he might have been just a little bit short. And I hate when people say, oh, I've been doing this for so many years. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're all human, and so that little bit just kind of like threw me off. And so, like I said, everyone had nothing but good things to say about him. So everyone I encountered was really, really nice up until my recovery nurse. The nurse that I had before I went back to the surgery, she had told me, like, it's a possibility that I could be, your recovery nurse, or you may have someone else. And I ended up having someone else, and she was a bitch. And her bedside manner was horrible. And of course, I'm in a state where I cannot take up for myself. I know me, right? So, I remember giving responses with a bad attitude, because it's like, bitch, what's your problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could not do this to anyone who was on the coherent side of things, right? I'm struggling to come out of anesthesia. I've been under anesthesia before, and I know that it takes a lot out of me. It's not like you're waking somebody up from their natural sleep. I am under sedation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that my body slowly but surely is going to have to come out of. And so, they're telling me to open my eyes, and I'm trying to, but I can't help, what I'm going through. And her bedside manner was horrible. Y'all don't even know how I get down over here. Like, I got them hands, and I got them for anybody who want them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get down like that. I don't get down like that. And I asked my guy yesterday, like, I said, I didn't like the recovery nurse I had. I was like, did you peep? And he was, yeah. And I asked him, I said, well, why didn't you say anything? His thing is that, he didn't want me to get upset or, get riled up, because he didn't realize that I he didn't realize that I recognized, you know what I'm saying, like what was going on. And I was like, yeah. I said, because did you notice I was getting an attitude in my responses? The little responses that I could give, I was very much giving an attitude. And that's the thing about people in service like that. You really have to be careful who you're around, because he's a doctor. You know what I'm saying? But he's very mild-mannered compared to me. I'm the pop-off, right? I'm the one who, I'm not going to argue with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say my 1-2, but if you keep going, I'm bopping you upside your head. That's how I get down. Him, he's a de-escalator, you know, highly, highly professional, where me, my professionalism is only going to take me so far, and I'm going to run these hands across your dome. You feel me? I understand him being, you know, very mild-mannered, but still, you know, being cautious and, you know, watching her behavior. And I'm sure had she got too far out of line, he would have did or said something. But she didn't even know, like, this man sitting next to me is a doctor. Like, be for real. And this is your bedside manner. So other than that, I had a really good experience. But her bedside manner just horrible. And I left out of there, you know, feeling kind of bad, because I was like, whoa, this is how people get treated. You know, like when you have family in the nursing homes and they're being mistreated, and, you know, and you're in the hospital, you have someone who's supposed to be taking care of you, you know, giving you very ill treatment. I was like, wow. So that's what it felt like. And because I was in the state that I was in, very vulnerable, you know, under sedation, trying to come out of it and really not being able to respond in a normal way, really made me feel some kind of way. But nonetheless, I just took my shower. I think I was supposed to take a shower yesterday, but I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I had to wait on, you know, replacement bras. The tits are cute, guys. They're so cute. Love them. Right now I'm dealing with my stomach being very bloated. And so, you know, that's just something that's going to have to go down with time. I'm not tripping on that, because once I am fully healed, you know, I can really get back into, you know, working out the way that I want to. And that was one of the reasons why I locked my hair, because I am someone, I'm not going to get a silk press and pay the money that I spend for a silk press and then go and sweat it out. I'm just not. And I was just kind of over, you know, dealing with a silk press, and it was a lot that was just kind of going into it. And I felt like, you know, the lifestyle change that I needed to make was to, you know, lock my hair. I did wash my hair before, the night before my surgery, when I had to wash it with my antibacterial soaps and stuff. And so it's a mess up under there. It's a mess because it's not fully locked for real. And so I'm going to have to just roll with it until I can get, you know, back to my loctician. But I do have drains on. I'm not going to show you guys that. But once the drains come out, I have to stop draining. That's going to be the indicator to let me know that the drains can come out. I can start driving again, and then I should be able to, you know, go and get my hair done. But there's at least 4 to 6 weeks where there's a lot of things that I just will not be able to do. And I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that, because it's all about healing at this point. And so, yeah, you guys, I just want to come in and give you guys an update since I'm feeling a little bit better. The shower helped quite a bit, and then I did just eat. I did just take my ibuprofen. I am about to chill and just lay back. I have my pillow back there. Depending on the way that I feel, the first night I actually sat up to sleep, but last night I laid down on my back, but I just propped my pillow up the long way so that I'm elevated. And so that's pretty much how I'm going to sleep for the most part. During the day, you know, like when I'm up watching TV and napping, I'm kind of sitting up. You know, I just kind of change my position, because to lay in one position too long is, it's just not good. And I've been up, I've been moving around and stuff, you know, walking, because we don't want any blood clots or anything like that. So I've been doing good with that. I've been cooking, you know, light meals. Like today, we made a Walmart order. We got the Walmart order delivered. I just cooked some ground turkey so we can have, you know, like tacos, you know, just something super simple. No one is slaving over a stove and, you know, doing anything crazy like that. But, you know, just so we can have, you know, some food mainly. But my daughter was here. She came for Cowboy Carter, and I didn't know that she was going to stay for a few days, which I'm so glad she did, because she was such a big help. But you know, she had to go back home, and you know, of course, my guy is in and out because he works all day every day, and of course, you know, I have to have help with our son, because I can't drive with the drains in. I can't drive, and so yeah, I'm getting all the help. I'm doing really, really good. Praise God. The surgery went really well, except for that little mishap or whatever. But other than that, I'm doing really good. Yes, I'm in good hands. Yeah, your girl, my man is a doctor, baby. He got me. He got me. I heard when one of the nurses came in, because he was saying like he was hoping that the guy that came in to discuss the drainage with him was my nurse. But I heard the nurse when he asked him, when he was saying, you know, like, I want to give you the instructions on how to do, you know, the drainage. And I heard him say, you know, like, I'm a doctor. Like, I know what I'm doing. I got her. She in good hands. So, yeah. And I know how to take care of myself really well under this aspect as well. So, yeah, y'all, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I just want to drop in and give you guys an update, post-op update, and I'm just kind of ready to chill and just, you know, just lay back. And so I got all of my earrings and everything back in, all of my, you know, traguses, nose, my cartilage up there. And so, yeah, I don't have my braces, my anklets, or anything back on. I just want to make sure all of these piercings and everything was back in. So, all right, you guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.